Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to English with LinguaTrip, and today we're going to learn a few advanced verbs. So if you're ready, let's begin. Come on! And the first one is to fabricate. To fabricate something basically means to create or make up a story or an excuse that isn't true, right? Or fabricate could also mean to fake something. Like, they fabricated the evidence. Like, the evidence is fake, right? They created it, it's not real. Or, he fabricated a story to explain why he was late for work. He just told them something that didn't happen. It wasn't true.
So you fabricate this trip to Miami?
The next one is to paralyze. Now, I'm pretty sure all of you know what paralyze means, but I just want to give you some examples of using it in sort of like... not in a literal way, more of like a figurative type of situation. So, you know, paralyzed is when you can't move, right? You're paralyzed, you can't move. It's either, you know, results of a very severe injury or something like that, or like a condition, or it could also be used for, you know, once again, figurative paralyzation. So let me explain. For example, somewhere in, you know, in the multiverse, I'm sitting at a bar with my drink and a beautiful woman comes in and I'm just stuck. So beautiful, right? Gorgeous. I was paralyzed with her beauty, for example. Or I'm afraid of snakes. I can't see them, I can't look at them, I can't even think about them, right? When I saw a snake, it paralyzed me with fear. Like I couldn't move. I was stuck, right? So yeah, that's a pretty good one to use as well.
One drop of this can paralyze you, so watch out.
The next one is to reconcile. Reconcile is a beautiful word. So let's say you and I are fighting, right? We have an argument, and we're not friends right now. We're not talking right now. I think it's time for us to reconcile. You're a dear friend of mine, and you know, you're very important to me. We need to reconcile. We need to make up. We need to stop fighting. We need to make peace, right? Reconcile. The couple finally reconciled after a long period of fighting, for example.
I'm just trying to reconcile the two.
But the next one is substantiate. Pretty long. It's a pretty long one, so repeat after me. Substantiate. Substantiate. To substantiate basically means to provide evidence or proof to support some sort of claim or argument, like building a strong case in court, for example, right? The lawyer was able to substantiate his argument with strong evidence, right? Basically back it up, right? Prove his argument with some strong evidence. But if the evidence was fabricated, they're in trouble.
Can substantiate all of my client's testimony.
The next one is to undermine. It's a great word actually, because you can really understand what it means by just looking at the word itself. Undermine, right? Let's say you have a house, you mine or dig a hole under it, it's gonna collapse, it's gonna fall, right? To undermine basically means to weaken or damage something, like someone's reputation or authority, right? Let's say I'm a big boss at this company and you and I are childhood friends, right? And then you come to my workplace and everyone there who works for me, they're afraid of me and they respect me. You know, I'm this authority figure. And then you come and you start teasing me and playing around with me and calling me names because we're really close. And then in front of my employees, right? And then they're like, oh, we don't respect him anymore. Something like that, right? So you are undermining my authority or something like that. Or let's say, you know, the constant criticism began to undermine her confidence. Or maybe you work for me and I work for someone else. Like, you know, I'm your boss, but I also have a boss. And instead of going to me, you go to this other boss. You're undermining my authority as well. So you make it weaker. You make it weaker or you're destroying it.
Saying something negative to a pretty girl in order to undermine her social value.
If you feel stuck and you don't really know what to do, and your English is pretty decent and you feel somewhat comfortable, but you know, everything that you're doing or everything that you have been doing is not working anymore. You're not seeing any results or progress and it's really frustrating. Well, I'm here to help you. I would like to invite you to participate in our legendary online course from intermediate to advanced in 5 weeks. It's brand new. We just updated it. We added another teacher, a native speaker, Angela. She's wonderful. And, you know, the program is better, bigger, more opportunities for you to practice and have fun. And you can also do something that we like to call the challenge mode, where you do basically you just take the course, you follow along, but you also get a partner, additional tasks, you earn points, win prizes at the end. Isn't that beautiful? But don't take my word for it. Check out the link in the description box under this video to learn more about this course and figure out if it's right for you. I hope to see you there. The next one, I actually love this one. Fluctuate. Fluctuate. To fluctuate means to change frequently, right? It never stays the same. Never stays the same. It fluctuates. Today it's here, tomorrow it's there, right? So kind of like that. The stock market prices fluctuate frequently, making it difficult to predict. Something like that, right? Or maybe if you're losing weight, right? You're on a weight loss journey. And, you know, at first it's always bumpy. Or it could get bumpy after a while as well. You know, your weight, you weigh yourself every morning, and then one morning you're down, and then you're up again. And then you're down even more, and then you're a little up again, right? It fluctuates.
Fluctuate? You make it sound like I'm retaining water.
The next one is to hypothesize. It's basically the verb of hypothesis, right? So to hypothesize basically means to create a hypothesis, right? To propose a theory or idea that hasn't been proven yet. You know, kind of like a scientist would. But it also doesn't have to be a scientist. You know, it could be just real life situations. That's totally fine too. Where is he right now? He should be home. I think he's at his friend's house right now, drinking beer. You know, I'm hypothesizing, right? That's my theory. That's my idea. It hasn't been proven yet. That's why.
Not just hypothesize, I just hope.
The next one is to infiltrate. To infiltrate basically means kind of like a spy, right? To sneak into a place or organization with the intention of, you know, scoping out something or finding information or causing harm, maybe, you know, obtaining secret information, stuff like that. The spy successfully infiltrated the enemy's headquarters. But it doesn't have to be this dramatic, you know. If I work at an English school, right, I teach at an English school, and then there's another school across the street, and I go there because I have a friend there, and I just like say hi, maybe get coffee or something, I can make a joke like, oh, look at me infiltrating enemy territory, right? Something like that.
Our orders were to infiltrate the syndicate that we may learn more about them.
The next one, I'm sure you're pretty familiar with this one. It's to procrastinate, which means to delay or put off doing something until, you know, very last minute. Like kind of like a student who waits until the last day or night to start, you know, prepping for tests or whatever. Don't procrastinate on your homework. It will only make things harder.
What is procrastinate?
The next one is to rejuvenate. To rejuvenate means to make someone or something feel younger, more lively, like a spa treatment or something, or like a good night's sleep. Like you could say something like, a good night's sleep can rejuvenate the body and mind. You can make an adjective out of this verb and say, after this spa treatment, I feel rejuvenated. I love this word.
Try blinking, it'll rejuvenate you.
And the last one for today is to utilize. Utilize. So to utilize basically just means to use something. To use it. That's it. Utilize is just a fancy way to say use. Honestly, that's it. You know, you can say, you can use the extra space in your room by adding shelves for storage, or you can say, you can utilize the extra room or the extra space in your room by adding shelves for storage. It's just a fancy way of saying use. No more than that. But we love it.
Soldiers utilize crops.
Alright, well, this is it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you use these words. I hope you love them, and I hope you enjoy them, and I hope you impress everybody around you with these verbs. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!